I'm on the YouTube one, so I can turn the volume off.
Okay, we are live.
Howdy, everybody. How y'all doing today? So today we are here with Mr. Johnny over at Cajun Roots Reseller, and we're honored to have him on here. And we got some people already up in the chat, so we're going to say hello to some of y'all real fast, and then we're going to let Johnny introduce himself. So we got Richard, OT Nip Draw Flips in here. Nikki T, how you doing? RK Treasure Center Roy, hey buddy, how are you? Let's see who else we got in here. Mr. Robert, how are you doing today? We got OBX Picker Eric in here. What's up, man? And I'm sure some more stragglers will be coming in here shortly. There's Q Gotta Be Kidding. That's my brother. He says, howdy.
I recognize you.
So, Johnny, you want to take a minute and introduce yourself to everybody? I'm sure everybody here knows you, but just real quick, who you are, what you do.
Okay, my name is Johnny. I'm with the Kajun Roots Reseller YouTube channel. I also have a Kajun Roots cooking show that I do also on a separate channel. I'm born and raised from New Orleans, actually south of New Orleans of Louisiana. And then I moved to Massachusetts back in June of last year of 2019. I started my eBay store July 24th of 2019. And then I started doing my YouTube channel in November on actually Thanksgiving Day. Was my very first video on YouTube.
Nice.
And then I just started recently selling on Macari. And as of last night, fresh off the press, I did start selling T-shirts and coffee mugs, 15-ounce coffee mugs. So, and then we do a live chat every Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern with Larry, the LL Flash. I always have special guests every weekend. If we don't, we do an open mic. And then on Tuesdays, I do a series with Bingo with Victoria, Adventures of Reselling, and Larry LL Stash, and we rotate each week at each channel. And it just so happens this Tuesday is on my channel, and you can find that into my channel on my YouTube channel. I have it already done and ready. And those who would like to come on and have fun and do bingo with us, you can always go early and get your card, and then just email all the instructions are in the description below our that video description box.
Okay, I'm gonna drop your link to your cooking show.
Okay.
Try to here anyways.
Yeah, I gotta put one out of video. I gotta put out a video today.
My brother was asking about it.
Roast beef po' boy.
Somebody make him beat me to it.
Johnny, you have that link handy?
Let me get right to it.
It'll be easier on his end.
We got Rev Resell in here. How you doing, David? Good to have you here. And Johnny, you sound like a busy man.
I like staying busy.
I hear you.
As my dad and my stepmother always says, I never let St. Augustine grass grow under my feet.
I hear you. We trying to too.
Yeah.
But I like, how do you like Macari? Do you like a certain platform to sell on? Do you like it better than eBay? About the same? Any less?
The only downfall I don't like about Macari, which I wanted to try it out and see, is because they the way that they have this thing where once you list something, they bring you down to what's called the floor amount price that you can sell it for, and then that's it. But when somebody's watching it, and you can send them an offer, it's not as good as eBay. But I find that there's other categories you can sell on a little bit more than eBay, but it all depends on what the item is.
Yeah, I think Macari's done really well at gearing towards the younger generation, you know.
Right, exactly.
A lot better than eBay. And I would imagine stuff that, you know, what is it, the millennials and down are interested in would sell really good on Macari compared to eBay.
Exactly.
Hey, Thrift Addict, how are you? Good to have you in here. So, Johnny, it's as far as what made you want to get into reselling?
Well, I had a business. I had several businesses actually in Louisiana. But when Robert found out that we were going to be changing his job location because they closed the business down in Louisiana, the thing was, the only thing about him taking this job and moving was we had to move to Massachusetts because that's where the business was. And so we discussed it, and I told him, I said, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I started preparing, closing my business down, and I gave it to one of my employees that was really loyal to me. And then he started having me watching some YouTube channels like Lonnie and John at Cincinnati Picker, and part-time pickers and RVA flips. And so those are the first 4 that I actually started watching, where we basically just started showing me videos on, what's going on, how they sell on eBay. And so when we started downsizing and we knew we were moving and we found the house here, I basically started purging again on the things that I knew that we either didn't touch or didn't use for at least 6 months or more, and started making a box and crates of things that I knew I can sell after seeing these videos for a while. And so that's what made me say, okay, then I'm gonna do it, because I felt that I can even do. If I could sell Eskimo ice to Eskimos, I can sell anything. So that's just the way I looked at it. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and here I am.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hey, Kat and the clean out crew.
Yeah, if y'all ain't subscribed to Johnny, he's got a goal to hit 500 subscribers by his birthday, which is June the 16th.
Yep.
So let's try to get Johnny up there to 500. He's putting out great content. He's starting to put out a bunch of videos if you're new to eBay, like how-tos, like how to, do certain things, the back end work. So y'all make sure to check those out. And you have any videos coming up on Macari you're going to be doing?
No, I haven't sold anything, but I have been listing. I actually started listing my quilts that I make. I make quilts. So I started listing some quilts on there, and I got some more to list and start taking more pictures of the quilts that I've already made to put on Macari.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then, of course,
how long does it take to make?
It all depends on the size and the design of the quilt, because I never make the same quilt twice. So it all depends on how big somebody wants it, because I do special orders as well. And so, yeah, it depends on how big they want it and what type of pattern or prints they might want in the fabric.
Okay. That's awesome. I ain't never learned how to do nothing like that.
Well, when I was growing up, my grandma used to have this huge quilt machine frame in her living room. We all used to just get there and do it by hand. And so that's how I learned that in crocheting with my grandma.
Okay.
Down the bayous in Chauvin.
Wow. So we got Kat in here.
Yeah.
Chat's filling up. We're glad to have each and every one of you in here today. We just figured we'd get on here and chat with Johnny for a little bit. And he does got 2 shows out. He's got his reselling show and a cooking show. And speaking of that cooking show, what made you want to start that?
Well, every time I'm in the chats with someone, and I'm always talking about, well, I'm watching the chat while eating, like especially on Victoria's channel on the Adventures of Resale. And so everybody kept saying, what are you cooking tonight? What you having for dinner? And so every time they would say that, I said, you need to do a cooking show. You need to show us how to do it. And so that's how it started. And then I get comments in the videos of the cooking channel that they want to see something else. And can you do this? And so that's how I started involving the comments of what to cook next on the next video.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Johnny, roll it forward. SC just subscribed to you.
I see that. Thank you.
Awesome.
Ford Pinto.
Yeah, that's Richard.
Yeah, Richard's an awesome guy. He said he had a sale a while ago. He said,
and he just put out his first video this week.
Yeah, he did. Good. That was awesome video.
Yeah, it was.
He pulled up and I seen all them boxes sitting outside that storage unit. And I thought, oh no, he ain't never gonna get it in there.
I was wondering if he was gonna fit everything in that car, and he did.
Yeah, it was impressive. Simply Dana in here. Hey, how are you?
My favorite food to what is your favorite food thing to cook? I actually enjoy cooking things like red beans and rice and gumbos. I like meat and potatoes and that kind of stuff. Actually, my video coming out next week is going to be red beans and rice and fried catfish.
You ever make any boudin?
I buy it. I don't make it.
Yeah. I never had it. It's good.
I love it. And they have it in and a lot of people have the misconception of Cajun food is spicy. And that's what I talk about a lot in all my videos. It's how much seasoning you put into it and what type of seasonings that make it spicy. Just like Chinese food.
Yeah,
when you buy Chinese food, they got the little hot pepper on it, makes it really hot, and you can order it the way you want it for it. So it's spicy. And that's the same thing.
Yeah. Johnny, I'm going to throw these links for your merchandise you just got.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you. It just came out last night.
I'm going to throw it in the chat here. So, y'all check out these designs. They're pretty awesome. So there's one of them.
What we did was when I picked out the colors for the t-shirts, we basically picked the colors that worked with my logo.
Those are awesome.
Thank you.
Here's another one here. He's got a mug and a shirt.
And the coffee mug is 15 ounces.
That's a big coffee cup. That's the larger one.
Right now, we basically set the prices to where I wasn't really making a lot of profit. It's more of just getting my my business out there. Loves Cajun food. He's from Slidell. Actually, we lived in Covington, Louisiana, before we moved. We just went back last month and sold our house in Covington.
Reb, you know what that word is, Johnny? Elates? And
Yeah, that's actually a restaurant. They have one that's in New Orleans, and I want to say it's in somewhere in the business district of New Orleans. It's one of the well-known restaurants with seafood, different types of seafood dishes.
Hey, Johnny, Kat said your mugs are sold out.
I'm about ready to send a message to the setup here. Hold on. Let me let him know.
Just the nick of time.
Yeah. Yeah. I like those designs on them.
Who does his again?
I can't remember who he said did them.
Johnny, who'd you say did him again?
Actually, it's a company that I'm dealing with through Nate. Every day I'm hustling. He's the one that helped me create them and design them. He's the one that actually has it all set up for me.
Okay.
I may have to send
Let's see what Kat said to tell him to get on it. Thrift Addict said, we're going to stop in New Orleans on our way to Orange Beach just this July. Not sure how things are going there now. Was planning on thrifting along the way. I'm thinking by July, everything should be back full swing. I don't know as far as it'll.
All right, just send him a note.
Man, Richard is on a roll today, man.
Yeah.
Like every time
he picked up some good stuff at that haul he got over there.
Yeah, he did.
He's
doing it. All right, he's doing some more, adding more to the order now on the website.
Cool. Yeah, we picked us up one of them, and can't wait to get it.
There'll be some more on the website in a few minutes.
So
what it is that so we don't have an overhead of too much in the store of eBay. We limit so many a day, and then once we get close to that, or we know we're selling out, he'll raise the limit up. As more as they sell, he'll add more to it.
Hey, Sam.
That's all I do is send him a message.
Okay, good to have you in here, buddy. So Johnny,
I just watched Sam's live show a while ago with his wife.
Yeah, I did too. They were talking about those bots. Them things are crazy, man. I seen. I think it was Danny May put out a video a while back on them, and I watched that and I started deleting them as soon as they would comment on mine, and then they just kept coming, so I just kept ignoring them, and didn't delete them. And then I watched Sam's today, and I had no idea they were trying to hack you, and get into your account.
As long as you don't add to, as long as you don't go to their site and subscribe to them or comment to it, you're okay. Yeah. But if you go to when they comment in your video, usually the first two of your comments of your video, there's 3 dots. You can actually report them by hitting that little 3 dots, and you can report it before you delete it.
Yeah. Bill's in here. Hey, Bill. Good to have you here.
Dana just came in. Welcome, Dana.
So, Johnny, what's your biggest flip you've had?
I would have to say I had this facial cleanser kit that I had gotten when I used to buy auctions, storage auctions. And I've been keeping a hold to it. I didn't know where to sell it at or anything, because when I sold most of the furniture in the storage lockers that I bought, these are some things that were left over. So I knew I was going to start selling some of those when I started eBay as my beginning of instead of having to go out and buy merchandise to sell. And this thing was for free because everything I already sold in that locker that I bought. So this was all considered profit to me. And I wound up selling this thing. I listed it. I was going comps for like $275, $280 for the kit. And it had like 11 to 13 pieces in it, and it was all brand new, still sealed, never used. And I went on ahead and took a chance and said, okay, I'm going to list it for $275. The minute I hit sent, within 20 minutes of me going and putting it into my inventory, where I keep all my inventory, I came back to sit down on the computer to list something else, and it already sold.
Nice.
Just sold for $279.
Nice.
I was very happy with that. And so that's what that little adrenaline starts running on me and say, okay, I got to list more. So,
you said you used to buy storage units.
Yes.
How long did you do that for?
I did that for a few years. As long as I was able to sell, because I wouldn't spend more than $150 on a locker. And I would go to the live ones at the sites here in Louisiana. And as long as I could make my money back on the majority of what I saw, I was happy with that. And I did. Most of the lockers that I did, most of the furniture went quick. Once I sold the furniture, anything else I found in it was all profit. So, but I got out of it because it was so much work. You got to really make sure you clean everything out, and you have to have a certain time frame where you have to pay rental for it. And so it was just getting to be too much, and I didn't want to keep going at it because a lot of times I'd go to the auctions, and then I started having more people coming in and getting higher. And so I just went to and support the places where I would go to do the auctions.
Yeah, we did some storage units back whenever I was in the Army, and it was right around the time the Storage Wars show was real getting big, and that's the reason I started doing it, And we had a blast doing it, but I didn't know anything at the time because I just started,
Right.
I think this year we're going to try to get back into it a little bit. I'm wanting to do some of that and some liquidation this year.
You just got to be careful when you're doing that, because a lot of places won't let you go into the unit, but you can actually look past the inside.
Yeah.
It's always best to bring your flashlight so you can kind of see what's behind in the backs. But yeah, it's fun, but it's just a lot of work.
Yeah, let's see. Somebody said Richard just won a giveaway. Buddy, he is lucky today. He needs to go play the lottery.
Wait, he just watched the video on who?
On some video, Richard won something.
Oh, okay.
Roy just subscribed to your cooking channel.
Thank you, Roy.
I love it whenever people I like to watch, like YouTubers on the reselling side, have another channel that's not just strictly reselling. It gives you an in-depth look at their actual life. You know what I mean?
Right. And then what I do is I bring you into my kitchen, and I didn't want to have it on the same channel that I do resell on. So when everybody kept asking me, why don't you do a cooking show? I just went ahead and just started a whole new one, separate to keep it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always heard, before I started my YouTube channel and daring to stay in your lane, as far as YouTube goes. And I thought, well, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. So at first, when I first started my YouTube channel, I was filming everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've realized now that they're pretty right, because certain people, whenever they're here for reselling, they want reselling,
Right.
People that want your cooking show, they want your cooking show and not reselling,
Exactly.
But I like to watch people like you that have another channel, and I can, get another look into your life and who Johnny is, and it brings it all together.
I get a lot of compliments on how I prepare everything when I'm doing a cooking show. And like I told Robert when we started doing this, I said I really enjoy doing the cooking show one because I'm already cooking anyway for us. So why not go ahead and do it in a video?
Yeah.
And that's just the way I cook. And so I figured I'd do it on camera too.
I started another channel and was going to just do like a day in our life type vlog videos, but I've just not had time. It's been horrible.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah. I love it. I love making videos and, putting the editing. I love every bit of it.
And what I like about your videos is when you put those little clips from the TV shows.
Dude, those are fun. I love
I run into a wall.
The way that got started is we were usually when we're in here working and something happens, we're all the time quoting movies because I'm a huge movie buff.
Right.
And, making jokes about them. I said, well, we'll just put them in there, And
that's why I made the comment, the wall jumped in the front of you, Courtney, when you hit the wall.
It just come out of nowhere.
I was looking
for
So you've been doing a lot of sourcing on other people's auctions.
Yes.
And do you have any plans you plan on doing that for the future from here out, or?
Not all the time, because I got enough now that I will be pretty good throughout the summer. But Robert and I were talking about once it does start opening up in our area, we'll go ahead and look and see what they have. Gloves, masks, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
And then of course I'll have to make sure that I do a good cleaning and sanitizing everything if I do find anything.
Right.
But I think Robert and I were talking about definitely ready to go and do that. Right. But we got to wait for everything to open.
Everything's pretty much open here, and I'm not going into no store right now. I'm just not going to do it. But as far as garage sales and yard sales, if I mask up and I'm taking precautions, I'm outside in ventilation.
Right.
I'm not going to be near nobody. I think that is a safer bet.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is what we do for a living. We buy and
Right.
sell things.
Yeah.
And going on three months without being able to buy stuff other than auctions. And every once in a while you're getting B-rated stuff you normally wouldn't get. I'm not going to hit you. It's getting rough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
right now, it's just about a matter of being cautious. It's just a matter of being cautious where you go and when you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all we can do.
Yep.
And I don't know, it may not ever go away. It may be here for good. We just got to be safe as we can. Exactly. I did order some from a distillery there in Louisiana called Urban South. Can you see this?
Yeah.
And it's a distillery, and they make hand sanitizer. And I ordered this for like $6, and it's like 90% ethanol.
I think it's 75%.
And dude, you put this stuff on your skin, and it'll set you on fire.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff, though. So that's what, and it's like
most of
water.
Most of the distilleries and those that do beer have started doing that as far as preparing that for the public.
Yeah. I'm going to dilute this and use it as a spray for spraying stuff.
You know what you could do with that too? They have the aloe vera. You can mix that with a little bit and make you some hand sanitizer where it lasts longer, but it's not as strong for you.
Yeah.
And you can buy that in any of the grocery stores.
Yeah, we need something to spray this junk we've been bringing up in here.
If you want to, they have what I use too is odor ban. You can buy them at your local stores or your hardware stores.
Uh-huh.
And you can use that as a spray because it's 99.9% disinfectant. You can get them in like lemon or eucalypt or a regular.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's not as strong on your skin, and it smells good, but it also doesn't disinfect it. Now, in the Massachusetts here, we are not going to know until tomorrow when the governor will start setting up who can open when and where. So we won't know nothing until tomorrow.
So Thrift Addict brings up a good point. She's saying that Texas is open, but she noticed one of her favorite little thrifts is completely cleared out. I guess they're shutting down. I believe that the impacts from this we've not even seen as far as like who's going, because it's killing these mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of people is going to be going out from this.
Yeah.
It's going to be
just like the antique shop. There's Anthony. Every day I'm hustling. Yeah. That's who I got my stuff through. Set up. Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah, those things look good, man. But yeah, I think the fallout from it ain't even happened yet, No.
And what's good about like even our antique booth, I got another booth, but we might not be able to open until May 23rd. We don't know yet.
So if anybody has any questions they want to ask Mr. Johnny, just throw them into the chat there and we'll get to them. So let's see. Man, that's what I'm afraid of. If I go to a yard sale, I'm just going to buy. Just buy it all.
Did you see all those boxes of cards he wound up picking up when he went to the garage sale?
He had a lot of them.
Nikki was happy. He made her happy.
I wonder if he's going to sell any of the whole boxes or if he's going to open them all.
I don't know. We're going to find out, I guess. I'm sure there'll be a video on that one.
I thought about getting on eBay and paying like $70 for one of those boxes of cards just to open it. But I didn't. I ain't that big of a
That's gonna be a big risk you take too when you do it, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean he's been pulling crazy cards out of them.
Yeah.
Eddie's in here.
Eddie, how you doing? Good to have you here. So Johnny, talk a little bit. Let's what do you want the future of your YouTube channel to be? Do you want it to be like teaching or a mixture of teaching, showing what you sold, or like the same thing you're doing now? Where do you see it in 6 months from now?
Well, I'm still going to be doing what sold videos because I find that a lot of people like that because that kind of helps them. If I make a mistake on something, I let it know in the video if it was a bad buy or something. So I'm going to still keep doing those. And then also the way I'm sourcing, if I find other ways to source and I need to, then I'll do those type of videos as well. But my new thing I started last week was, are you new to if you're new to eBay, I'm doing a series on how to for YouTubers. eBay sellers, and I'm doing the video because I'm teaching, and I always say I'm not an expert at this, but I am teaching what I've learned and what mistakes I've made for others not to be able to do, and that's why I'm starting that series last week on doing that.
What would you what would be one thing you wished you knew when you started that you didn't?
Well, that is actually the best thing, because when I started selling and I knew that there was different layers of different types of eBay stores, but the thing that threw me for a loop was I was selling and they would give me my money through PayPal, and then kind of found out right towards the end you have to reach at least $1,000 in sales, or 200, or it might have been 100 at the time, of actual sale items that you sold. And then all of a sudden I'm reaching that, and I was like, well, why y'all holding my money? So I call them and ask them, and they said, well, because you're not still new, we can hold your money at any time that you sell something. And I didn't know that. So why y'all didn't hold any of my other items that I sold? And they said they can do it at random. So those kind of things is what I started talking about at the beginning of my channel when I started YouTube, was because things like that I didn't know. Nobody said anything about it. And unless you most likely somewhere in the fine print, they have it written that you got to look out for that. Then I didn't know that, so that's why I shared it.
And sometimes, especially starting out, if you sell a high dollar item and you need that money, it's hard to get that money released because they can hold it for like 21 days. Even after.
And the way she explained it to me is, once you sell an item, they can hold it up to the day that the actual item has been actually delivered. Like once you print the label and it goes into the system and tracking it, once it's actually physically delivered to the address, that's when they release your money. So if you send it brown or media mail, that takes a longer time. So yeah, and I never touched any of the money that I would make at the beginning anyway. And so now what I do is I pay my bills, and I just started it this month, where I pay my eBay fees every week, every Friday. So that way I don't have the big bill, because I was paying it every once a month, and it was a big chunk. So this way I feel that if I can do it once a week, I don't see that big number at the end.
Yeah, that right there would be the one thing I wish somebody would have told me when I started, is keep track of your monthly invoice and pay it as frequently as you can. Because the first month we sold, we didn't sell, but probably like $800, maybe 900.
Right.
The money that was, we were dealing with the holds on money, and then we were,
Right.
I wasn't thinking about the invoice. So all of a sudden the invoice comes due, and I'm, now what?
Yeah.
And so that's a good one right there.
And what I did was too, every month would come up at the beginning, because I wasn't selling a lot, but I wanted to make sure that I had the money to cover the fees that they were charging. So what I did was I let it come out of the money that I made.
Mm-hmm.
Then I took my money out of there that I need. I wouldn't take any money out of that account until like the third month. I started seeing numbers getting up higher.
Right.
And then I would pay the bill. Then I would send myself money every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
As long as I knew I had the money to cover the bill.
Another great point, because if anybody's planning on doing this as a business other than a hobby, is to set your business and your personal aside. Don't intermingle the two.
Yep.
That's going to get you in trouble. You got to have your business account and your personal account, and don't be digging into your business account.
And then what I do is the money that I have set aside, that I put into the business checking account, that's the money I use to resource. If I have to go thrifting or wherever, then I take that money and use that debit card for that, so it automatically comes out of that account. And that makes a good idea too. I've seen this on some of the research I've been doing. It's also a good deal to pay your bill every day, depending on what you're selling. That also comes right out anyway, to where you can get it taken care of immediately.
Right.
I did see that in my research.
Kat, she says she pays daily. I pay every other day. However, when I first started, and now some of you people is going to agree with this, if you pay monthly on eBay, I did for like the first 5 months, you will notice whenever your invoice, about 3 or 4 days before your invoice is due, your sales are going to slow. As soon as you pay that invoice, your sales are going to skyrocket for the next couple of days. I don't know why, but every time around that invoice due date, the sales would, as soon as you pay them, you'd start getting sales again. I think they're doing something on the back end.
Well, what's happening is it's more of the activity that's going on in your store. And so what happens is, if you're not doing any kind of activity in your actual eBay store itself, whether it's sending offers, checking your, and I just did that video Thursday. And if you're not doing like checking your emails, sending out offers, checking for offers that are coming in, checking, make sure you reply to all your emails. Those little things like that keep your business in check with eBay, where when it's time to do searching for somebody that's buying something, then that you'll be up in the list of search.
Right. Are you still on PayPal or are you on managed payments?
I'm still on PayPal because I haven't gotten the email yet on its payment yet. And I keep looking for it, but I haven't gotten it yet. I hear some ups and downs about it, but pretty soon we'll all have to do it anyway. So
Right. I'm still on PayPal too. I haven't made I figured I'd let the kinks get worked out of it first, you know.
Right, exactly. And if they, when they send me the email, that's when I'll join it and start looking into it. But I haven't seen anything yet.
Larry's
because I was told that everybody will get an email eventually.
So Larry's Treasure's in here. Good to have you here. All y'all that ain't heard, we're gonna try to get him up to 500 subscribers by June 16th on his birthday. He set that goal back in November when he started YouTube. So if y'all aren't subscribed to Johnny, y'all ain't you go over and subscribe to him. He's putting out great content. You're gonna learn a lot. And let's get him up there at that 500 mark.
So go smash that subscribe button.
And how often are you uploading videos, Johnny?
Once a week on the what's sold and our thrifting or sourcing. And then I did 2 a week on the series I'm doing on for new eBay sellers. And on my cooking show, I do 1 a week.
Okay. So he's putting out content all the time. So y'all make sure to check them out. Hey, give Jennifer Hayes a ring. She needs a ring.
She's awesome in everybody's chat too. She's so quick at putting those links. I think what she does is she has a spreadsheet and she just cuts and pastes it so fast that she's quicker than anybody else.
She's moderator of the year, that's for sure. Have you noticed a glitch? I know I have. Like
every now and then.
I've been subscribed to somebody, and then I go back and look, and I ain't subscribed to them. I know it's happened to me. It's happened to her. It's happened to
sure. One of the things I'm noticing now, when I was wondering why, if you're in a chat with someone, like for example, say you go to Nate's channel, Every Day I'm Hustling, and when I'm in the chat, at the top it says I'm subscribed, but when I open the chat when they're live, it says I'm not subscribed because it turns red. I think what's happening is if you subscribe to people that don't have content and you don't go watch somebody's channel several times or whatever, what happens is all those that you have that you're subscribed to that doesn't have content, that hurts you where it brings it down on your numbers of what you can subscribe to. So that kind of messes up with that as well. So that's why in the last 2 days, I went through and deleted everything that I had that had to do with somebody who had no content or anyone who had just a playlist on their channel. And then I'm noticing now when I go to my list, I'm getting all the ones that I am subscribed to, and I see that I am now.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was happening. You know, I just knew that there was a few times I knew I was subscribed to somebody and I wasn't.
Yeah, that happens every day. So that's why if you're looking at someone you want to see, make sure you always chat when you go to that channel. Just make sure you subscribe to them and hit the bell. Because a lot of times, if you don't hit the notification on that top one notification that says all, that also just unsubscribes you as well. Sometimes I notice if I don't hit the bell and I go back to see somebody, it's not there no more. Then I have to resubscribe to them. It's because I don't have the bell on.
Yeah. So they threw you cooking channel in the chat there.
I see that. Thank you.
He said my eBay fees were $1,700 this month.
Ouch.
Yeah, that would hurt. Well, I guess that means you sold a lot though. So
that's a good thing. Yeah. More sales.
Lately, I've been getting comment notifications on my phone, but when I click to see the comment answer, yep, I've had that happen a lot. And I've checked my spam folders, and they're not in there. I've checked the other ones, and they just like disappear. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where they go.
Yeah, I noticed on the YouTube, on your YouTube channel, when you go to your main channel on your channel itself, there's an actual little tab at the top that you can even empty out your spam folder, because a lot of times if somebody's spamming your videos, it goes in that little file, and if you hit the little 3 dots, you can delete it.
Yeah.
I just found that out yesterday.
screen too.
So real quick, I want to show y'all something. We're doing a giveaway for our 500 subscriber. So we're going to step away for just a second. I'm thinking about this mug right here. Let's pull it up and see if y'all can see this, and give me your feedback on it while we got y'all live. So that's going to be the back side of it, and that's going to be the front side. And that's going to be one of our giveaway items, I think. So y'all let me know about that. And Johnny, he's also got some mugs now and t-shirts. They're going to be on his eBay store. They're linked in the chat somewhere. So y'all check them out as well. Let's see, they're saying they like it. Awesome. Yeah, we're going to do that. That's going to be for our 500 subscriber giveaway. So whenever they get here, whenever we hit 500. Robert said very nice. I appreciate it. Johnny.
Yeah.
So you sell on eBay and Mercari only?
Right now, yes.
Do you manually cross list to both, or do you use an app?
Right now I'm basically if I have whatever I have on Mercari, it's only on Mercari, and then everything I have on eBay is only on eBay. I don't cross post right now because I'm not familiar with all that. I'm still trying to learn some of the other items that they have out there. Like somebody was saying, Bonanza or Tree Gather or something like that.
Yeah, I seen Rob and Lisa talking about those.
Right. So I'm going to look into stuff like that. But as of right now, I'm only on everything I list on eBay stays with eBay, and everything I list on Mercari is on Mercari.
Okay. I was looking at your eBay store. Where did you get all those like toys, the wrestlers and stuff?
I actually had bought 2 rounds of I have a connection that I got through Facebook Marketplace. I've been selling a lot of them lately because it's like once one sells, I keep selling them behind each other. And what I did was I bought a large lot from this guy. I found him on Facebook Marketplace, made connection with him. I went to his house and kind of found out his stepbrother had passed away, and him and his stepbrother both collected these type of items. And when Toys R Us closed, he also purchased a lot of it when they closed out of clearance, as I always say, Clarence. And so I got in touch with him, and I made arrangements. And my first bulk buy, I'm almost halfway through that. I'm almost done with that one. But I did buy another lot of stuff from him. Then he gave me a better deal the second time because I even got more from him the second time.
Nice.
In his one room, I did one of the videos actually in my YouTube channel where I sourced on Facebook Marketplace, and I did 2 separate videos. And that's where I did that at. In his room, from wall to wall, side to side, on shelves and everything, he had everything displayed on his wall like it would be a museum.
Nice.
But that's how I was able to get all that.
So you got you a guy.
Yeah, and I also have more to list. I just haven't had a chance to get to those yet because I'm trying to make room for what I had already the first time.
I need to get me a guy like you and Lonnie do.
Yeah. And every now and then he'll send me a message asking me if I'm ready for more, and I said not yet. So yeah.
Well, I mean, basically, that's what reselling's all about, having connections. It's all about who you know and what you can get. I mean, that's
like I did one of my videos. One of the videos I did also was from a church sale I went to. It was like a basement sale. And this was my first time when I first moved here that I went. And I basically went there the day before that to donate some stuff to them as things that I didn't want to sell or anything that was just ready to get rid of. And the lady that I talked to, she said, well, by the way, we're having this sale this weekend. You're more than welcome to come and give me a name and number. Come look me up. And so I did. And I did buy, they had this thing where you fill up a brown bag for $1.
Right.
And then they had some tables that you bought, whatever it was on the table. And so I contacted her, gave her my information. She contacted me that afternoon. And I went back and she says, now listen, she says, this church service in the morning, we're letting our people go through it, and whatever's left after that, you're more than welcome to come because after that, we're going to donate it. And so when I went through there, I was amazed at the stuff I was able to find, and I've been selling them because it was free.
Yeah.
So that was another good connection that I made.
That's awesome.
And I'm a type of person, when I go to garage sales or anything like that, I talk about, I'm not ashamed to say this is what I do.
Right.
And I always have my business card ready, and I give them a business card, and that's how I find most of my connections.
Right. The thing about it is like 90% of yard sales here are resellers, but they're not resellers in the sense that they sell online. They buy local and they sell local.
Right.
Like they'll have like their storage units up down here, and they'll rent storage units and set up a yard sale in them constantly. And they're buying stuff, putting them in their storage unit to resell at a yard sale. So that's one good thing about it here, because these guys are out and about all the time buying stuff. So I can say, hey, I'm looking for these kinds of electronics, you know, this kind of stuff. If you find it, call me. And that's how, you know, we've gotten pretty good stuff that way, because, I mean, that's your competition at any other yard sales, these guys, you know what I mean?
Yep. Well, we went last year, I think it was. Yeah, it was last year because we just moved here. Robert and I went to this one garage sale that I was like, okay, this looks like storage units. And sure enough, they do it every year, twice a year. And they let all the people who have actual storage units set up. And it was amazing what we found at that garage sale. And it was all out of their unit or outside the unit of where they have their unit at.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, these people, they're open. They'll have yard sales like Wednesday through Sunday. I mean, they're just all the time there, you know, like a little store, but it's storage units, you know.
Yeah.
Every day nearly.
Yeah, just about every day. But you can find some pretty good stuff there.
Yeah.
Most of the time, because they're not selling online. Vistaprint.
No, Cat's wanting.
Yeah, that's where we got our
cards.
cards. We're
That's
gonna
why I
make
got my
up
thank
some
you cards
cards with our phone number on them to give out local as we go out and source.
Right.
Because I mean, that's what it comes down to, is who you know in this game.
Yeah, all my thank you notes. I actually bought 1,000, and it was like $119. I think it was like 18 something on my first order. I'm already at my second box of 250, which is good.
Yeah.
Our last one was only like
Our,
17.
yeah, we got. Well, how many was it?
I think it was 500.
500 for like $17 on Vistaprint.
Yeah.
And
1,000, something like
we
that.
started this time putting our YouTube on our thank you card. We're sending out with our packages. And I've seen people do it all the time, like John Cincinnati Picker, Kevin over at Commonwealth. They do it.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, do we want to open this can of worms, you know? And then I thought, man, we might as well, you know. I'm an honest person. And I haven't seen no effects from it yet that I know of.
Believe it or not, I had an order that I just had recently go out last week, and the lady had gotten it in the mail, and she emailed me and asked me if I had any other items of the Power Rangers, and I happen to have them in different colors. And so I emailed her back, and she wanted me to send her pictures. So what I did was, instead of sending her pictures, I sent her the links to the actual item on my eBay store, and she came back and bought some more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I think it'll add a different kind of element, because people, I know before I even started YouTube, I was doing this. I like to watch the person I'm buying from, and then I like to go back and see if I can find where that item came from, you know. And it's a neat factor to it.
Yeah.
All, you know? It's a huge factor.
It is.
And I enjoy that kind of stuff, and I like to watch people. If I buy something from Lonnie or something, I like to watch him, you know, go to his little shelf and pull it off. And I don't know why. It's just something I like.
That's a good point.
I got some cute business cards on Vista. I designed them on Canva. I didn't put you only my platforms. That's a good idea too. Like if you sell on multiple platforms. And I know you can set up on eBay, and I'm thinking about doing this, is you can create a code, and you can put it on, say, a business card, and when you sell something, send it out, and they can use that code to come back to your store and get like 10 or 15% off of their next purchase. And I was thinking about doing something similar to that, you know, because if they bought something from me, and when on my thank you card, use this code for 10% off your next purchase.
Right.
With that, you know, that may give me an extra sale every month or every, you know, couple of weeks.
Right.
And it's just something else you can do to promote yourself and get yourself out there, get the returning customers coming back to you.
Exactly.
And I've had a few times where people come back and buy over and over from us.
Yeah.
I'll see their, you know, username pop up. I'm like, we've sold them something before, you know.
Then
and
you
it's
go
usually
back and
similar
look.
items.
It's slow.
What did Richard say? If your thumb below is gray, press it, change to blue. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate it. Man, people have been thumbing down my videos every day. I've been getting the thumbs down.
I get one a day, one per video, which is that means you make.
I want to say to whoever's doing it, I'm flattered. You keep coming back and watching, so thank you.
Haters are gonna hate though. So.
It's crazy. I can't find anyone to be their guy. I clean out foreclosures for a living. It's been my business for 10 years. I bet that is a fun job.
Oh,
You know, tell
really?
him what he finds. Instagram. Did you do Instagram, Johnny?
Yes, I have Instagram. I'm on Facebook, and I have an email. All my videos have all my links to connect me with in the descriptions in all my videos.
We've been thinking about doing an Instagram, but I don't really know what it's used for. You know what I mean?
Well, you can actually send out links to like some of your videos, and you can also communicate with other YouTube channels because a lot of people use it. And you basically tie it in with your business to your YouTube or your eBay. That way you can commute with other people.
Like YouTube is the only social media we got.
Yep.
And it's very easy to do.
We've been thinking about starting up one.
I'm getting used to it to where I use it a lot more than I used to when I first started.
What did he say? You are a YouTuber, Roy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes don't know which is which. He said the cleanout. Roy said something about the cleanout crew. He said if y'all need any inventory to hit him up, he's got a bunch of it. I don't know what all he's got. He said down below it, I also have tons of inventory. So if y'all need anything, I may be contacting him. How do you send a link on Instagram? Johnny, you're going to have to answer that one. I don't got a clue.
Or what?
How do you send a link on Instagram? She only knows how to tell them to find the link in the bio.
Well, when you can do it on you instead of just on your phone, you can also do it on your computer. Where that's what I use it for. When I'm doing any kind of links because it's easier than on the phone. I don't know how to do it on the phone, but I do it more on the computer. It's two different. Even though it's Instagram, I find it's a lot easier on your computer. So whenever I'm doing, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I was reading a comment.
Cat says Vistaprint saying $530. You got to use the code.
Yeah, get a code.
Thanks 20. I believe I can get you a code real quick. I think it's thanks 20 is the universal, and it'll get you like 20% off.
Yeah, once you get the code, you can use it and get the half price, 50% off, especially on your first order.
Yep. Thanks 20.
You better use it fast before somebody else does, Cat. Can you see that? Thanks 20, all capital. Jennifer's asking if the cleanout crew has a YouTube channel. So Johnny, the cooking channel and your reselling channel, that's the only two channels you have?
Yeah. I started a video on, I had to make some face masks. I started the video, but I haven't published it yet.
Making face masks?
Yeah, face masks that people wear.
Does the quilts you made, how often do they sell good? Like how often do you
I just started putting them on there. I haven't had any sold yet. I used to do craft shows because I also make the microwave bowls that you put your bowl in when you're doing it in the microwave where it doesn't burn your hands when you take that out when you microwave something, and I also do pot holders and things like that. And I haven't sold any yet. I just started actually listing those. Yeah,
I think I know like vintage quilts, they usually do pretty well. I see that people selling them a lot.
Yep.
But anything handmade like that's pretty desirable, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting the right person for the right one, the right quilt.
I mean, I'm making this creepy clown coffin.
Yes, I saw that.
Creepy.
I'm going to try to sell that.
It's amazing what you did so far already.
Yeah, it's coming along. It's almost done now. I just got to put the little clown in it. You see that?
Make yourself big so everybody can see it.
How do I make myself big?
There you go.
So, I mean, it's coming along. And then I ain't got the clown in it, but he's dry and I burned his eye.
I was wondering if you're going to do that. You talked about it.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of times whenever if you sell creepy stuff, people love it. I mean, I don't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate the junk, but they like it.
Oh, I don't know if you watched RVA Flips, Justin. he had bought a lot from someone. I think it was at a
Bought
garage site he went to, and he bought a
those
whole bunch
clowns.
of clowns. But
Yeah.
what he did was he's been selling them one at a time, but he's selling them.
Haunted clowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you not too long ago I sold that haunted dog.
Yeah,
I bought it at a thrift store.
right.
And, I sold it for like $120. It's
Yeah.
unreal what people buy.
Yeah, like I always say in some of my videos, it's amazing. If you don't list it, you don't know if it's going to sell, but it's amazing on what is selling,
I
We
was
were watching a
actually
video yesterday, I think it was, with David Tesla Picker, and he
Uh-huh.
sold these DVD rewrites or something like that, and it was like $27 for two of them that he
Right.
sold it for. Yeah,
So
and you just never know.
what's your favorite thing to sell, Johnny?
I believe it or not, right now it's wrestling figures and DC figures.
Uh-huh.
That's been selling the most. I'm almost out of my puzzles, so definitely puzzles has been a good thing for me. And games, I've been finding a lot of vintage games. I had bought this Clue game from like I want to say 89 for $1 at a flea market, and it was still sealed, brand new in the box, never opened, and things like that. It's amazing what they sell for.
Yeah. Let's each give one bolo item somebody may not know about. Either a bolo item or a category. What would you think?
Believe it or not, I bought something for 34 cents, and it's been selling for $5 a piece. It's a silicone baking rack. It's like a silicone that you roll out your dough on,
Yeah,
and
I
you
know
can
what
bake
you're
on it. I've been selling those for $5 a piece, and only paid 34 cents for them on clearance at
talking
Walmart.
about.
Yeah.
I would say
Say
something we like to sell that you can find everywhere and cheap is water filters.
yes.
New water filters. People walk past them all the time for cheap, and then they sell. I mean, it don't matter if it's off brand, on brand, as long as it's new sealed. It ain't even got to be in the box, just plastic wrapped shrink. They sell all day long. And
I forgot
people
about
walk.
those already because I don't have any more left in my inventory, but I do buy them when I see them.
Yeah, and a lot of people walk right past them.
Oh, not me. I'm constantly scanning in on my phone to see how much it's going for when I'm doing comps at wherever I'm at.
Yeah, I ain't been able to get any, but there for a while we could go over to uptown here to the bargain place and buy all the water filters we needed.
Right.
He said that my brother said until you get zeroed for water filters. Yeah, there's some brands that will zero you, like certain ones, but generally most water filters are safe.
As long as you check the list, if you're finding something, just check the list and see if it's on there.
Yeah.
Another thing that's been going good here lately is romance novels, just random lots.
Yeah.
Books.
They're like a bundle. If you bundle something together as a lot, it goes well.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always found that too. A lot of stuff together. I like to, whenever I'm out, I look at stuff that complements each other and try to make my own bundle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually have a filled bottle of it's like a tin can of Coca-Cola, and I happen to get some more from another auction that I did. So I'm gonna wind up pulling that off my store, and I'm gonna bind them together and make it a lot. Because one is open, one is sealed, and I think one's a glass. So I'm just gonna make them as a lot.
Yeah, I know Coca-Cola stuff used to go for crazy money, and then it kind of fell out. And I was watching Roy over at Arcade Treasure Center's video, and he had up on one of the McCoy planners.
Yes.
And I remember back, whenever I was little, 20 years ago, my grandmother, my mother, they were real big into McCoy. McCoy was huge then.
Yeah.
And I mean, you couldn't keep the stuff. You sell it local for huge money on McCoy bowls. McCoy planners were going good. And now the bottom, you can't hardly get rid of them.
In fact,
It's the markets are constantly changing, And
exactly. Like the other day, you had in your video you sold a salad spinner. That made me think of Pampered Chef. A lot of the Pampered Chef stuff, if you can find them brand new in the box, you got that's money there.
Yeah.
Because I've been finding at antique shops and thrift shops, they're brand new in the box, never open.
Yeah. That kind of blew my mind whenever I looked up salad spinners. I was going to throw it away. I had no idea salad spinners would sell,
Yeah.
And Another thing I had no idea about, and Roy's in here again, was him and Commonwealth. I'll take the cookie presses and piece them out. And I had no. I mean, I've seen them a lot. I just walked past them. Had no idea about that stuff.
Yeah, last year we went to this one garage sale and I found this thing that I've never seen before. It was a ceramic cookie presser, and it was a whole set in a box, and it was with little bunnies on them. I'm sorry, teacups. Like each press had a different teacup or teapot.
Mhm.
And I got it for $1, and I wound up selling that thing for like $32.
Wow.
It was amazing. Yeah. You never know what's going to sell.
Roy said vintage water sprinklers. I had no idea about them. See, that's a good
I just sold one that I got for 50 cents at a flea market and sold it for $18. But it was one of those that was used. It didn't have a box, but it still went and sold for good money.
Nice. Yeah,
Even the timers. If you find any of the timers for your water sprinkler system or your water faucet, that sells as well too. Yeah.
It's amazing what it's selling. It's like I would never think that stuff.
You just never know until you list it and see what happens.
Like I had no idea until Riv started doing them baseball cards that some of them things went like that. No idea.
I think it's between him and Anthony and Nate. I don't know which ones we're trying to find them the quickest.
I would say Colton need to do a video on water filters. I don't know about that. I want to do a video on VHS tapes. I like to sell VHS tapes.
I do too, as long as they're still new in the box. And believe it or not, some people even buy them that have been pre-recorded.
Yeah. I like to sell like the rare one-off ones if I can find them. I love to look for them at thrift stores. Like wizard videos, that kind of deal.
But you're going to get more of a benefit of more of a profit if you can find them at garage sales, even flea markets. Yeah.
Horror VHS does good if you can find them.
Yeah.
And certain ones got different covers, like certain Halloween movies put out. Whether it's by UAV or Good Times. They're gonna have different cover art variations.
Yeah, because they have a lot of different artwork.
Right.
And the more you find with good artwork, even does well too.
Yeah, Eric says he sold refrigerator water. I've sold a lot of water filters and never had an issue. It just depends on It's like every other bureau you get.
That's why every once in a while I try to go on the bureau list and check them and see what's on there. If there's anything different that I don't know about, especially if I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, line tractor sprinkler. I've seen them, like the big cast iron ones.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody I was watching a video on that did cast iron pots and pans do real well.
That'd weigh a lot of shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to ship.
Yeah. It'd be a lot on the shipping. Because I know I got a big order of cast iron pots, and they're not light.
Yeah, no, they ain't.
Even the
some
small
of the ones, like the Birmingham Stove Company, some Wagner's, they can do really well.
Yeah, especially Wagner.
You just gotta make sure they ain't bowed. Set them on a flat surface. Make sure they ain't no rock to them.
Yeah. Especially if they're rusted or they're starting to get rusted, the best thing to do with that is treat them with oil on the stove and get that rust out. And as long as you pick it up with the oil treatment on the inside, you're fine.
Yeah.
Because then you're clearing out the pores.
Yeah, I've refinished a bunch of them. I take like sanding wheels and wire brushes and sand all the rust up, burn the rust off, and then reseason them.
Yep.
It's a lot of work into it.
Yeah, and when I use my pots like that, I always make sure I cure them after before, because you can't wash them with soap and water.
Yeah.
You got to clean it with regular hot water.
My grandmother growing up, she cooked cornbread every other day in a cast iron.
Oh God, that's so good.
That skillet ain't been washed in 50 years.
Yeah.
I mean, when you done, dump the cornbread out, paper towel, done.
Yep.
You talk with your hands a lot in my face.
That's the South for you.
I'm waiting.
I'm still learning not to talk with my hands. It's like if somebody held my hands, my body would move.
I dig. You'll see it in my videos all the time. I'm over here doing this.
He's always in my face.
I'm waiting to see one day when you accidentally do hit her. That reflex will come back and hit you back.
There probably won't be a video that day, because probably should kill me.
No, she would probably put it out just to show she did.
Never know.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer, for dropping his link in there. If y'all ain't subscribed to Johnny, y'all make sure to go over there, hit that subscribe button, and watch his videos. He's putting out great content. And speaking of which, have you checked into the movie posters yet?
Not yet. I got to take pictures of them. I'm gonna use the pool table to do them because they all still rolled up, and I want up having I think a total of 24 movie posters.
I would imagine them would be kind of hard to list. How are you
Well,
planning on doing
that's
it?
why I have to roll them on a pool table, and I'm gonna use like paperweights on the corners,
Right?
keep them rolled out so I can take pictures of them. I'm gonna have to do it on the pool table because that's the only biggest surface I have that I can take a
Yeah.
picture. And I'll put my floodlights, my box lights over each side of the pool table.
Right.
But I'll send you a link once I get them done to
Okay.
where you can see
Yeah,
them.
I would have.
Because I remember
I
you
don't know how.
sent me a message on that.
Yeah, I love old movies and old movie posters, all that kind of stuff. I love that stuff. Whenever I seen you get them, I was like, Johnny's got them.
I also have, which is coming on my channel pretty soon, is I have those Mylar that he had sold in one of his auctions that they use on top of the movie
Yeah.
of the movies that's printed front and back. I have those as well.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah.
Those are awesome. So has anybody got any questions they want to ask Mr. Johnny before we wrap this thing up?
And also, y'all can drop your YouTube link in the chat.
Yeah. Any y'all drop links. I mean, you know, everybody in here puts out great content.
Colton, the only thing is you're gonna have to make sure they have a wrench because some of them don't have them yet. Unless you already did it.
Who don't have a range?
The Clean Out Crew, Simply Dana, and Kelly Hustler.
Yeah, give all them wrenches.
That's the only way they can drop links in the chat.
My bad.
That's okay. That's your first live. Now you know.
Well, it's just the first live with other people.
Yeah. Richard asked the Ford Pinto backwards.
Yeah.
I've been reselling since July of 2019 is when I started. And here's Johnny. That's me.
Give Larry's treasures one.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, because when that tech goes so fast, you can only go so fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how you run your Saturday shows. You know, I mean, that's what these should be about, networking with everybody.
Right.
Because that's how you find people. And now you can't click on their name in the chat to pull it up, you know.
Right. And what I did was the reason I created that show on Saturdays is because when I first started, I was watching a lot of different channels, but they would do their shows in the morning. And then I started watching other YouTube channels. But if you wasn't in that clique of a certain channel, you really didn't get known. And so that's one of the things I came up with the name of collaboration and networking with each one, because that's what it's all about, everybody helping and supporting each other.
Exactly. Oh, Kelly Hustle, Calvin, man. I'll play his video and his intro starts playing and she just loses it.
It cracks me up.
Which one?
Calvin over the Kelly Hustle.
Oh, yeah.
Intro.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Richard said, can you make mine a pipe wrench? Yeah, YouTube's a change, and that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, did I done ask you what made you want to start YouTube?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it again. What happened was when Robert got the notification that he was getting a new job, transferring from Louisiana to, and the only reason was because it was only in Massachusetts because New Orleans office had closed.
Mm-hmm.
We had to start looking for a house here, and we came here. It was March, actually, February of last year to look for a house. We started looking, and at that time is when I started doing YouTube channels. He showed me all these different channels he was watching, and so that's what got me to get into eBay. And I enjoy it. I really enjoy finding the things, finding something that's different, and then seeing how much I can make off it. You know, a quick flip kind of thing. And there are some things that I do sit on, and I don't mind having a higher price on it because you never know one day that somebody's going to just sit there and pick it up. Because I started with a lot of stuff I purged with, like for the Barbie dolls that I had a lot of porcelain dolls, and I had them listed high, but they finally did sell around Christmas time. But that was good for me because of the fact that I got them in it free. So
Yeah.
that's the best thing I like about it. You never know what will sell, and so that's what got me.
Right. What do you like to watch on YouTube other than reselling?
I actually do watch other cooking channels. Like there's this one lady. I actually have a note on it for her. She's on one of my channels. She just passed away a couple of years ago, and her grandson and her they did a thing. She was like 94 years old, and she was still cooking. And he talked her into actually doing a cooking channel. It's called the Great Depression Cooking and things like that. I also watch the different oh darn it, I'm having a brain freeze. American Idol and stuff like that on the channels like the greatest American greatest like Who Wants to Be a Star and stuff like that. I like watching that.
Yeah. Yeah. What about what does Johnny like to do for fun?
I actually like to sing. Robin and I every now and then we'll have a karaoke night where we'll just go and play on the karaoke machine and just have a good time. I like to be around other people and I just like to have fun. I like to quilt. I like to go thrifting. It's like a hobby to me, and that's basically it. Now, I don't really watch a lot more of TV lately because of everything going on, so I try to stay away from the bad news kind of thing. And I do watch the news but other than that, I'm not watching much TV lately.
Yeah, we very rarely watch TV. We usually watch like Netflix or something like that.
Yeah, we've been watching some of the shows on Amazon too as well.
Yeah,
video list.
We just finished up that TV show called Lucifer.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've ever. It's like NCIS with the devil.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I saw that the clips on that when it first came out.
That kind of deal. I just sold something. Thank goodness. It's been a slow day.
If y'all have any final questions or anything.
Yeah, Johnny, I
Just drop them
appreciate
in
you
the
coming
chat.
on here with us.
Well, it's an honor to have you as your first guest.
It's an honor to have you. It's been real fun.
Thank you.
I've always admired you and liked to watch your content, so I was thankful you said yes. Kat's husband is obsessed with Lucifer. Yeah, I was until last night when we finished him, waiting on the next season.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing. You gotta wait.
But yeah, Johnny, thank you for coming on. I do
Thank you
appreciate
for having me.
it. Y'all haven't subscribed to Johnny, y'all go over to his channel. He's got a cooking show and his reselling show. Give him a subscribe. Let's get him to 500 subscribers by June 16th. And
Yeah, thank y'all very much.
now we're gonna do all we can to get you there.
Now, also this Tuesday we're having the bingo show on my channel. So if you subscribe, you'll get the notification. It's free to play. You get free gifts if you win. It's not a big gift, but it's a nice little gift for when you win bingo. We rotate it every 3 weeks, and this Tuesday happens to be on my channel. And so if you want to go out there and get your bingo card, go to the description down below on that video. You can get you a card and then email us the URL to that video card that you get, and that way you can save it and use it on every game that we play during this Tuesday bingo night on 5 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, and y'all rotate that between you, Larry, and Victoria, right?
Correct. That's LL Stash and Adventures of Resells. And if you get a bingo card, you can use those on all 3 channels.
Cool. And Johnny's also got some merch come out. It'll be in his eBay store.
Actually, if you got they have to get the link in the I'm gonna have to put the links in my videos.
Okay.
That's off of Nathan's channel.
In his videos then, so y'all get a hold of Johnny to find his merch. We dropped it in here a few times,
and I do have it on Facebook. I did put it on my page and 4 other channel reselling channels on Facebook.
Okay, I think she's trying to pull them up to drop them in real quick.
Yeah, because I can't drop them.
I love that logo.
Thank you. I got it created because I wanted something with the alligators in a cooking pot, and that's how the company that did my logo for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that first link is for the shirts, and he's
got them in multiple colors
and multiple sizes.
Yeah, so if y'all like a certain color, I'm sure
those just came out last night.
So there's the, which one is that?
The second link is the mug.
And that's a 15-ounce coffee mug.
Awesome.
Thank y'all.
Roy said he wants a mug, so get him.
I think they're back in stock.
Are they
now.
back in stock?
Yeah, because he said he was going to do that when I sent it
You're
to
out
him.
of stock again, Johnny.
Oh no, let me call. Let me get.
Man, that's a good thing to have, I guess.
Yeah, I like that.
But they'll be back in stock soon, so y'all bookmark that.
I just got to send him a message and he'll restock it. We're just trying to keep the overhead less of amount to have in there.
He said, great job, guys. I hope you all have a great Sunday. Colton hit me up. I got so much you can make a bunch of money on. I'm going to hit you up, buddy. Sure am. I don't know how to hit you up. I guess I'll go to your channel and look for you.
All right, I just sent him a message. He'll put more available.
Yeah, here's my email. Shoot me an email.
I'm sorry, what?
I was talking to the cleanup
okay.
crew. That's my email.
All right, I sent him a message. He'll get some more listed.
Just said they should be updated any seconds, what Nate just said, so that's awesome.
Thank you, Nate. Yeah, he was in the chat, so I figured I'd send him a message real quick.
Yeah. Well, Johnny, I appreciate this, man. It's been tremendously fun.
Thank you.
And it's always great to hang out with you, and we'll have to do it again sometime soon.
Definitely.
Thank everybody for coming out.
Yeah, I hope you all have a great Saturday.
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday. Have a great Sunday. Colton now has a guy. Heck yeah, hopefully. I need some people.
You got a network.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Thank y'all for hanging out with us.
Thank everybody for coming.
Kind of work for them.
Thank you. Just be safe and have fun at what you're doing.
Right. That's all you can do. That's what makes this fun.
Yep.
All righty. We'll see y'all next time. You all take care.
Thank y'all.